Where are we now? Well, I'm just joking with myself. I did the whole story of the adult lighter. You know that Dad had a Dad had one of the very first tourmaline crystal ignition system lighters, and it was very easy to use. And Dad used it for a while. He gave it back to me, and it was very similar to this one, although it had some differences. The original version of this tourmaline lighter had a very easy to move actuator on the side. You know, you push it with your finger, it would light up, the gas would shoot out, and it would kind of shoot out like, let me see, where's my camera? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, let me try it this way. Okay, this has a tough spring. Okay, it's a tough spring lighter. As a safety feature so that only adults will operate it. See this? See that? There we go. See, you have to have a tough finger to do that, because that will hurt your little finger if you have a little finger to do that. Little fingers don't do this very well, and that's a very hot flame. And you put your hand over it, you can feel all this heat way above it. And if you get any closer, that will burn you. So you don't fool with these. You only let adults light candles on a cake or anything you need a fire for. You only let adults do that. And these are very easily sold to adults. See, this little green one? That's nice. It's very weird, but, there are things like that. It has a black aspect. This part is black. And that is the terrible focus of attention. It's a terrible focus of attention, because this is black for a sign reason, This is like black like the night. This is like burnt like charcoal. This is all the blacks that you have to be aware of, the natural blacks. A piece of coal is a piece of carbon that is black, and we burn those pieces of coal, so it's one of those blacks, the natural, experience, the experiential black color. It's those experiences that are, they're potentially very powerful experiences, but they just happen to be experientially colored black. Okay? Now, if you ever knew me very well, you would find that I can be quite colorblind to real black. That means if you give me something that is black, I may misplace it and not be able to find it. Even in a well-lit room, I will go around it. If I'm looking for it, I may not be able to find it. And black is a very common plastic color. Now, I could find this lighter easily because it's got this green part. See, it's got the green part. I can find it. Okay. And I was a sound and light man at Hogate's restaurant. And you know what? How did I find all those black people? I put everybody under a nice amber light. And guess what? Everybody glows under amber. Everybody, Even the most colorful among us will glow under amber lights. So see, I didn't have an impossible task to illuminate a stage full of people of all various kinds and colors and everything. I had no problem whatsoever. All I had to remember is that a deep amber, kind of a red amber light, would just do it for everybody, So I didn't have to worry about anything like that. I didn't have to worry about color problems. I had all that solved. You know why? Because human blood, in the normal sense, is red. So it was a very famous human being that had a kind of a red name of some kind. We don't bring that up because it's not politically correct to speak of someone who is like the one of the redness, whatever it is, we're not supposed to speak of that. But, I do when I have to. It's like, one of the most brilliant, expressions of this name is like to add a lovely letter on the end of it and say, Adama. So anyway, kind of has a primitive sound, Adama. So anyway, it's one of those people. Any of those people, any of those. But anyway. And I was going to complain about a video that I promoted just recently. It didn't appear on my list because it's an infraction of the rules. I'm allowed 10-minute videos only, maybe a few seconds over. This video went 11 minutes and 10 seconds. So anyway, it didn't show. I was very disappointed. I thought, well, I'll make a big fuss of it, and I'll say, look, my grandmother is not here to say roika. You know what I mean? Just like Star Trek. My grandmother's not going to say that. So anyway, I just thought I'd make that point, If anybody's going to say roika, I have to say it, right? Just like Star Trek, but, no grandma. So anyway, that's it, So it's a tough job, if you can get it. But, make some YouTube videos. You may think you're too old to make YouTube videos, but listen, you're better at abiding by the rules than the younger people. You have less trouble abiding by rules, and I should grow up a little bit and have less trouble. But here I am, trying to make a video, and it really got me. I'm making all these videos. All of a sudden, I look and I promised 3 videos. 3 of 3 is missing in my list, and I thought, wow. Everybody, the young people, they'll flex the rules for young people, but not old folks like me. So if you don't mind, I'm not going to give anybody 3 of 3 unless YouTube makes a special exception for that one video. I'll stick by the rules on all the rest of them. I'm just not going to break off a minute of that video to, make a special viewing of 1-minute video. I don't like 1-minute videos, except for my first one. That was about a robot ball, and I think it's a valid idea. I like the idea of a robot ball. And, a robot ball isn't much with the way I made the one that I have, or, help the design of somebody else's ball, so it would do what I wanted, or some of what I wanted. I got more plans for that ball, so I may do another video. Maybe a minute, maybe longer than a minute. I'll tell you what. We got 7 minutes and 25 seconds, and the ball is on the floor somewhere. I'll go try to track it. Where is it? There it is. It's over there in the corner. I threw it off onto the floor. Well, not really threw it, but I put it over here in the corner. Accidentally, it rolled across the floor. I was just distracting our cat. And I said, look, you can really have a lot of fun with this. And that thing whined and groaned across the floor because it's like an electromechanical ball in a very ordinary way. And the cat, true to form, the cat was fascinated and jumped off my table so it wouldn't bother what I was doing. And it followed the ball, but it lost interest almost immediately because the ball wasn't doing anything interesting when it, landed there, in the corner of the room. So that's it. That's the only reason why I made this video, I guess. I don't know, but there's things to do every day. You can do all kinds of things. See, it's very spooky because that is not black plastic. I'm sorry. It's just the light is hitting it a certain way. When it gets closer to it, that's not completely black, that plastic. It has a little pigment in it. And, a ball is a ball, a plastic is a plastic, a pigment is a pigment. But, we'll get to high-level color exercises whenever we can. Because remember, I was a professional. I dealt with a little bit of color on stage and elsewhere. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. I just want to show you one little goofy thing. I may be running out of time. I'm trying to meander over here. Dark. See, I'm all goofed up. I'll just go backwards. Okay, that's pretty sure. Okay, little ball, come on, boy. Come on. Alright, there. Okay. Well, I'll do the best I can. I'm moving the ball. It's there somewhere. Okay, that's the ball. Now, do we have more light so we can see the true color of this little ball? I hope so. If I get some sunlight on it, you can really see what's going on with this ball. Where is it? Is that the ball? Okay, that's the ball. See? It's not really black. It's kind of a blue-black color tint.
See what I mean?